gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. So after I feature the Xpeng G6, I would like to feature this car as well, because I haven't featured the new Kia Carnival in my channel just yet. So this Kia Carnival is launched back in 2022 in Malaysia. So right now it's in a CKD form. So this particular variant right here is the 8-seater variant, which is going for 240 something each thousand ringgit Malaysia. And today I'm going to bring you around the car. So I'm just going to make a very brief walk around video because there's a lot of people right here, so there's a bit of crowd, so there might be a difficulty for me to make a video. So I'll try my best to film as much as I can. So basic info about this Kia Carnival, standard across the range, they have the 11-seater, 8-seater variant as well as the 7-seater. So three variants, they are using the 2.2 liter turbo diesel engine paired to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. So it's quite a mature powertrain from Kia because the 2.2 diesel turbo is already proven to be a reliable engine. So let's take the overall look of this 2022 Kia Carnival. So this is a full-size MPV because this car also on sale in other markets such as United States, which they demand for big vehicle. So Kia Carnival serves as a best proposition for them because usually the US people, they prefer big SUV or big MPV which can bring them to long journey as well as fetch more person. So the Kia Carnival offers with the 11-seater option, 8-seater as well as 7-seater. So this is the side profile of the Kia Carnival. So it's very long. It's almost the length of the BMW 7 Series. So there might be a difficulty for you to park at those shopping malls such as Mid Valley, One Utama, or even a Pavilion Bukit Jalil, because this car is very wide as well as very long. So there's a bit of skill for you to drive this car around. Okay. So let's take a deep look into the front fascia of this new generation Kia Carnival. So total, there are few generations of the Kia Carnival in Malaysia. Let's look into the headlights. So there's a separate part of the headlights. This is the main headlight beam. So it's finished in a 3D form. As you can see, it doesn't cover with the glass housing, so they leave it in 3D form. So these are the signal indicator as well as the daytime running lights. Okay, so this I suppose is the high beam. In my opinion, I think this design is very unique and not many other car makers have done this design so far. So at the front you have the signature Kia's Tiger Nose. For the Kia Carnival right here, you have some chrome finishing and some 3D effects to make it look more premium. And there's a 360-degree camera right here. So there's a KIA badge. This is a new Kia logo. Some people may mistaken as KN. So for the 8-seater one, it comes with full ADAS system, which comes with autonomous emergency braking and an adaptive cruise control down there, which supports ACC with full speed. That means it can go to a complete stop and continue the drive. So this is very convenient if you are those who always travel KL and JB. So let's look into the tires. The 8-seater gets a gloss black rim. For the 11-seater, there's a dual-tone design. So this rim, they are paired with a Goodyear tires. Okay, so the measurement is 235, 55, 19 inch. Although it's a 19 inch, but because the Carnival is so huge, it makes the rim look a little bit small. So maybe a 20 inch would suit this car better, but of course it will sacrifice on the comfort as well as the tire replacement cost will be rather costly. And there's a big brake calipers right there. You get front and rear disc brakes. So for the side mirrors, you can differentiate between the 11-seater, 8-seater or 7-seater from the housing right here. For the 11-seater, the side mirror housing is actually more taller. If you notice, the 11-seater, the diameter of this is actually taller than the 8-seater or 7-seater. Okay, so right here you get a 360 side camera and you get keyless entry for the front doors as well. Well thought of. So you get a sliding door, powered for both, as well as powered tailgate. So for the rear look, the 8-seater and 8-seater and 7-seater gets full LED tail lights with the LED light strip. As you can see, the details. If it's an 11-seater, it's finished in bulk. So Kia market the Carnival as a SUV. This is because this particular Kia Carnival has a bit of ride height, which is close to a crossover SUV. Okay, as you can see, it has a bit of the ride height of a crossover SUV, hence Kia market it as a SUV, and you get a roof rack right there. So shall we check out the interior? So the doors is very heavy, so you need to keep in mind when opening the doors. So the interior for the 8-seater is a combination of beige and black leather. And to get inside, you just step. But there's a bit of climb because there's a bit of ride height between the driver floor as well as the outside. You get power adjust seat for both. For the driver, you get additional lumbar supports. So now let's dive into the interior. Okay, so let's start with doors. So for the doors, you get soft touch injection mold plastic, something that you can find in Audi or BMW cars. Very solid, very well fit and finished. So here you get some gloss black design. The door handles are finished in silver. So for the window, you get automatic on the driver's side for both directions. This is a central locking, side mirror folding, window lock, and these are the handle. You get rubberized, so when you put your things, it won't make any noise. So the sound system of this 8-seater is finished in Bose premium sound system. Here you get the option to turn off the power door. If you want to pull it manually, you press and hold, you can activate the power tailgate. Press and hold, you can open both power sliding doors. For the 8-seater and 11-seater, you get this full LCD screen. The 11-seater, you get the analog meters. So the steering can be tilt and telescopic. And the growth is quite nice as well. You get the pedal shifter. This is an 8-speed automatic transmission. So you get automatic headlights. This is front and rear fog light activation. This has auto wiper as well. So these are the controls for your lane keep assist as well as adaptive cruise control. So this is to control the multi-fuel display right here, which supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So the overall dashboard quality and design, you feel that it's a one step up from the previous Carnival. This is more family car oriented instead of executive. So the dashboard material, this part is hard plastic. This part is rather soft touch, and you have a center speaker right there. You get a push start right here, very solid. So here is the shortcut keys for you to control the touchscreen, but they are all finished in touch sensitive buttons. But I appreciate the volume knob is finished in physical so that you can tune the music faster or actually mute it. This is the hazard light. Dual zone climate for the 8-seater. Okay, the panels right here are all finished in touch sensitive, but the temperature is finished in physical buttons. So when you get into the car with very hot weather, you can lower down the volume of the air quite fast. So you get a wireless charging right here, USB, USB, USB. So the gear shift logic is something like the Range Rover, which you twist to enter D, twist to enter R, and slowly, you put into N. P, you just press the button right here. You have an electronic parking brake, drive mode selector, auto hold. For the Carnival, for the front two seats, you get heat and cooling function, which is nice. Here's to activate the parking sensor as well as the 360-degree camera. Then the glove box goes down in an elegant manner. Inside is covered with plastic. This, I suppose, is plastic painted, but it has a texture, so it feels very nice to the touch. So the center console is very big. Okay, you can chunk a lot of things, but inside there's no power outlet. It's just a storage box to store your items. Okay, so this armrest can fit 2 people's hand. You need to snatch for it. There's a Bose switch right here. You can adjust the passenger seat position as seat back. In case for the daddy want to put a child seat for the back seat, you can adjust the front passenger seat to a more forward position. Up here for the 8-seaters, you get dual sunroof. Okay, something like Toyota Alphard or Wildfire. For the sun visor, it's very huge. You get a vanity mirror with a light, which you can manually close it. Okay, now let's get to the back seat. So this is an 8-seater model, so obviously you can see 3 seats at the middle. And here you can go to the, you can fold the seat to load more items. This is the 3rd row seats. So there's a bit of climb. Okay, so you need to climb a bit to get to the middle row seats. So to close it, you can press the button here. Okay, now let's try out the space. So when you sit at the middle, immediately you feel that you sit more higher than the front driver's seat. I think it's due to the floor. The floor is mounted very tall, and the seat base is rather shallow. So when you're seated right here, your legs is actually hanging. So because Kia marketed it as a SUV, hence I think that's the reason why this floor is a bit tall. Okay. So for the legroom, no need to complain. It's very spacious. You can always adjust the seat position by pulling a lever down here. Okay. The operation is very smooth. And right here, you can incline the seats. Okay. There's an armrest right here. So you can put this to close. There's a sunshade for the 2nd row and 3rd row passenger, which is well thought of. Here there's a climate control, separate climate controls for the middle and 3rd passenger. The vent is right here. It's neatly integrated, so each passenger gets their own aircon vent, so they don't need to gather for it. Grip handle, retractable with a hook, and there's a sunroof right here which can be opened manually from this side. There's a reading light. So for the rear, right here you get a 12-volt socket and cup holders for the rear passenger, as well as USB port, which is good. So the rear passenger can use USB port as well as a 12-volt socket right here. So the charging accommodation is good. Right here you get a space for you to store something, and you get a seat pocket for the rear. Seat is very plush, and this is the middle passenger seat. If you do not need it, you just fold it down. It doubles as an armrest. Another cup holders and a slot for you to put maybe your phones. Here for you to eat your McDonald's. Alright. Overall, the space for the rear, I have no complaints. Just that the floor is a bit tall, so when you sit there, your legs is actually hanging. And you cannot adjust the height for the middle passenger seats. So I'm going to demonstrate the 3rd row. There's a handle for you to egress. So you just pull this lever, it will fold the seat back and automatic slide forward. So let's go to the third row seats. Let me pull back the seats. Just now I demonstrated the middle row passenger, you get a lot of room. So this is the situation, I'm in the third row. I'm 172 cm. I still get 1 fist of leg room, which is nice. Because this is a full-size MPV, so we expect 3 rows of passenger gets adequate leg room. Okay, here you get cup holders, USB ports, a speakers, and your own sunshade. Well thought of. This is something that you only get in the Alphard or Wildfire. The Kia Carnival also has it. And the seat base for the third row actually angles upwards, so it sort of supports your thigh. This is a situation where the third row seat is folded. It creates a flat surface for you to load big objects or long objects. So this is the same system you can find in the Toyota Estima, which I welcome this kind of mechanism because like the Alphard, the third row seat is folded sideways. So when you want to load items, you'll get blocked by 2 seats. But if this one, you have a very big usable space and it's very wide, this car, so you can load basically a lot of items. You do not get seat pocket for the rear. Okay. So you get 2 sunroof, individual aircon vent as well as a reading light, which is nice. So I need to go to the front, so I use the other side. So you just pull this lever and the seat will slide forward for you to go in and out of the car. Be mindful of the tall step. The operation is effortless, just that when you want to fold back this seat back, the adjustment is a bit hard, so you need to use a bit of force to do it. So to close the power sliding door, just press this button or pull this lever. So it's using diesel engine, 2.2 diesel turbo. So you get a power boot right here. So this is the boot space, no need to question. If the third row seat is up, right, there's a big space here for you to load some privacy items. And this part also can be open. You have a 12-volt charging ports. This is the hook for you to put your nets. More storage space as well as a light for you to ease your finding of stuff during night time. So let's say you want to fold the seats up. How to operate it? You just pull this and the seat will click. Rather easy operation, although you need to use a bit of force. The opening is very wide, as well as the load lip is not as tall, so you can load your stuff inside much more easier. The signal and the reverse light is actually located down there, and it's finished in bulb. There's a rear fog light there. So yeah, this is my verdicts and walk around video of this Kia Carnival 8-seater version. I think it's a good alternative for those who are considering the Toyota Alphard or Wildfire. The new generation one is cost like $500,000, but for this, it's also a full-size MPV, but it costs less than that. It's around 240-ish thousand ringgit Malaysia. You get yourself a 8-seater full-size MPV with decent handling, decent space, and most importantly, the diesel engine provides you a more power and more torque when you fetch full passenger. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this Kia Carnival. Be sure to subscribe, like and share my videos. If you like my walk around series, I will see you in my next video. Cheers.